Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. So from the previous episode we managed to pick up the Elite Knight Armour set, which is pretty cool. But we are pretty slow, but we can take a lot more punishment than we could before. Now in this episode I'm going to do a bit of bling hunting because there's 3 rings that I want to get. The first one is going to help this stat that we have called Poise. So at the moment it's 46. Now what that means is when you get hit by enemies you tend to stagger, or your attacks get interrupted. So basically the higher your poise, the more damage you can take on the chin basically without it affecting your attacks and movement. So because we are playing like a heavy knight character, that's the playstyle we're going for. So we're probably going to get hit quite a bit because we're not as agile as if we had lighter armour. So we need to try and increase our poise as much as we can. The second ring, I can't remember the name of it, and I know it's something that comes into use a lot later on in the game, so we're going to get it now as long as I've got Twin Humanities, and I'll show you why once we get to the point of that. So the first 2 rings are pretty easy to get. The third ring is a bit more of a challenge, and that is Havel's ring. So Havel is a character within the game that will, attack us. He's got really heavy armour on, hits really hard, but he carries a ring which increases your equipment load. So what that means is we should be able to get a faster roll while wearing that ring. So once we get that done I'll show you, and then we'll start moving into the depths. So it's good to get all these little bits while I'm here at Andre's blacksmithing. It's not far to get these items, so let's get on with it. So the first place the first thing I'm going to do is see if I've got enough to level up. Yeah, it looks like I can. So I'm going to increase my endurance, my strength. Yeah, I think that'll be fine for now. So yeah, because obviously endurance will give us more stamina, which is what we need because we're heavy. We're going to be using a lot more stamina than usual. Okay, so now we've rested here, let's go and get the first ring, which is called the Wolf's Ring. And we shouldn't have too much trouble getting it because it's just a slight deviation of the path in the Dark Root Garden. So we'll see how we get on. So we take the same route as before. At some point I also need to buy the Crest Stone. I can't remember if I've done that already or not, because we'll need that for later to fight Sith, and it's 20,000 souls, so I'll check my inventory. I can't remember if I bought it or not yet. But yeah, it's a lot of souls to pay out for quite like this early. So we take a right here and we go down. As long as I'm remembering this route correctly, but we'll find out. And no, I'm not remembering it correctly. That is the route to Havel's ring. We'll get the Wolf's ring first. So the problem with these areas is they're very similar. They're different areas, so sometimes it's a bit of a challenge to know which way to go. For me anyway, because my memory isn't great. But yeah, there's quite a few good rings in this game. It's a shame we can only equip 2 for some reason, and I'm assuming it's because they're so big and decorative. We can't fit more on. That's my interpretation anyway. So yeah, we'll take out these, collect a blooming purple moss clump, which is going to come in handy a bit later. And yeah, so this is the gate. I think we talked about it before. I mean, I'll know if I've bought it because I'll be able to open the door. If I can. No. So I haven't bought that yet. I'll have to get that later. So let's rest here. And then we go back down the same route. I think we take a turning down here. If I can remember, maybe in here? No, but we do need to deal with these trees. So yeah, talking about poise, I don't know if you noticed there, one of the trees actually got a hit on me, but it didn't interrupt my attack. And that's basically, the higher that is, the better. And later on, you'll really notice a difference when we're in fights. Okay, so let me just check something. Yeah, we've only got one ring at the moment. That's a shame. But yeah, so we go and kill these strange frog creatures. I think there's a couple down here, but we'll keep taking the path. And there's these weird moving trees that I think they can hurt you, so probably best just to chop it down before it has an opportunity to do that. And now, which way is it? I'll try and remember. Right, so we go through this little archway here. So we chop the tree down and take a right. Now I think it probably makes more sense to get the wolf ring first and then get Havel's ring, because we're in the same sort of area. Now it might take me a few attempts to kill Havel, but we'll try, because he does hit incredibly hard. But he's quite easy to backstab, so we'll just be kind of fishing for backstabs. That's the plan. Okay, here's the wolf ring, so that increases our poise. So our poise is 46. If we put the ring on, our poise goes up to 86, so it really is quite a big jump, and definitely worth getting, considering it's not a challenge to get. Okay, so we go back the way we came, and then we go down that first route that I thought was this route. Oh, this isn't good. And we do need to boost our Estus Flask as well, because when we get to Blighttown, I think there's another Firekeeper's Soul that we can get to +1. But there is a route for another one, which people often do as a suicide run early in the game, in New Londo Ruins, I think the place is called. But we should be tough enough to take the curse, you'll see that when we get there, and fight off the ghosts just enough to get the Firekeeper's Soul. So we'll do all this first. So it's going to be a bit of a kind of housekeeping episode, this one. So whether we reach the depths or not in this episode, I'm not sure. Depends how many times it takes me to kill Havel and, yeah, no, do all that. But yeah, we've got a long way to go in this game. You know, it's going to be quite a while till we get anywhere near the end. I think at the moment we're probably in the first sort of quarter of the game. And you know, it's good to kind of do as much as you can here before we get to Anor Londo, which is another area and a kind of the next part of the adventure, really. Okay, where's this turning? I'll run past it. No. So we go up here and down here. And this is also the route. I don't know if you can see down there, there's like a lake, and that's where the Hydra is, but I'm not going to fight him just yet. He's a bit of a pain. And you don't have to fight him to progress the story, I don't think. Oh, I didn't mean to roll. Okay, so yeah, the crystal lizards disappear quite quick here, but I think you can log off and log back in again and they respawn, but I'm not about that life. Okay, am I going the right way? I think we drop down here, there's an item. The leather armour set. And then we drop down here. And then we keep running. Now I'm pretty sure there's a black knight around here somewhere. I can't quite remember where, but hopefully we don't bump into him. So yeah, if we continue on the path that I'm facing now, that leads you to the Hydra. But we are going to go up here. And I need to make sure we definitely picked up the key. Let's have a look. The basement key. So the basement key, that's the one we need to get into this entrance. It's blocked off. Unless you've got the master key, then I think that works as well. So okay. Let's see if I've got anything that can help us in here. I've got one gold pine resin. I'm gonna use it just to give us a little advantage. Heal up, and you can see him behind the door. I think you can get a little hit off him there. There you go. But as you can see, it didn't really do much damage, so I probably wouldn't advise. I wouldn't advise using that tactic to kill him. Right, so as soon as we walk in, he's going to attack us. Oh, maybe not. So we're going to try and get behind him and do the good old faithful backstabs. I need him to come away from the wall, but yeah, try not to let him hit you because he does tons of damage. Right, need him to come away from the wall. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, it's really about sort of taking your time, try and outsmart the animation. See that I just took one hit and I blocked it and it nearly took me out, so I need to dodge. Oh. Yeah, so you can't let him even get one hit on you at this stage of the game. Yeah, that wasn't good. However, we can do it again. Right, now we're on the right path. So yeah, I think what level is our sword? +5, so we want to get to +10. And I think we get to +10 after we've done the depths and Blight Town, because then we'll have enough souls and we'll be able to hopefully farm a bit of Titanite, because you need large Titanite to upgrade to level 10, or you need enough souls to buy the large Titanite. So let's do this. So yeah, with Havel, just try and stay outside of his attack animation. And there's the crystal lizard. Will we be fast enough to get it. And we did. So we got a large titanite shard there, so that will come in handy for levelling up our weapon. Now I know there's a shiny thing up there, but once we go that way we end up fighting some other monsters that I don't quite want to deal with at the moment. So we'll just do this. And I really need to get into the depths, because I've been putting it off. Right, let's just see if I've got a better shield for this. I think the border shield. Physical damage 100. Yeah, let's put that on. Might make us a bit slower, but Havel's pretty slow, so we might be alright. Not much different, but oh, there he is. No. Oh. Right, I need him to come into the middle of the room, really. There we go. Right, now he's too close to the door, so we'll try and bring him back here. Right, let's get him. So yeah, even then he had a tiniest bit of health. He just caught me once, and look at my health bar. Right, so we've got the ring, which is what we want. So yeah, if I roll now, you can see it's quite slow. Let's put the ring on. If I remember how. So we'll swap it for the rusted iron ring, because we won't be really using that until we get to the depths, and then I'll probably swap the wolf ring for that. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So now when we roll, we're a lot faster than we were. And I think this shield might be a bit heavy for me as well, so let's... Oh, I didn't even have it equipped. Yeah, so that it does feel better. I mean, it's still not a fast roll, but it's much faster than it was. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3 rings. The next one is really easy to get, as long as I've got twin humanities, which I do. So basically we're going to go to the crow's nest, and we're going to trade 2 twin humanities for this ring that I can't remember what it does. So we've got to get all the way back to Firelink Shrine now. And I might even be able to level up the Claymore, even if it's just, you know, up to +6, it'll definitely help. So we'll do all that once we get to Andre, who fortunately we walked past, so we might as well. Oh no! Oh dear. There was no excuse for that one. Sorry about that. Anyway, it was only 3,000 souls. I can't be bothered to go back. And it might have popped it back up to the top. So I'll have a look. Oh, missed. Okay, so we go back and see if we've managed to. If I've got to go all the way down to the bottom to get the souls, I'm just gonna leave them. Right. Can I see them from here? No. No, I reckon they're right down. Oh, they're there. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. See, Dark Souls isn't always bad. We've got to run past this. I mean, we could probably kill him, but it's going to take a long time because they are really tough. They're not particularly hard to kill. They've just got a very high health pool, which makes it difficult. Right. Let's see what items I've got. I've got the Soul of the Moonlight Butterfly. I know you can trade that for a weapon later on, but that's in the future. I might as well use it and level up my weapon as much as I can. Yeah, let's do that. Because I want the best advantage when we go into the depths. It's only 1,200 souls anyway, that's quite low for a boss. I suppose the Moonlit Butterfly is like a mini boss. Okay, let's see if I've got any Titanite. This one. I've got 2, so I should be able to go up 2 without buying any just yet. So, modify weapon. Yep, 6. And it's gone. And it's down here, so we can level it up. +7, perfect. So it looks like I need 2 Titanite shards per level, so let's see what we can buy. Oh, he doesn't sell large ones. What I will do though is get this, because that'll, so then we don't have to keep going back to him every time. We can just do it from the bonfire, which makes things a lot easier. Don't think I need to. We might as well repair these. I mean, I've never had any armour break, but I think it might be something that can happen. Right, so let's head back to the bonfire. We might be able to level up 1 point. Something. Nah, we'll be off. Okay, so that's fine. So now we need to go back to Firelink Shrine. And you know, you can see that we're running quite a lot faster since we've equipped Havel's ring. Oh, he had some moves. Yeah, see, again with the poise there, he hit me, but it didn't interrupt my attack. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep the videos to about half an hour. I think we're getting pretty close to that, so I think we'll get this ring and then see how we're doing for time. Okay, so to get the ring we have to do a bit of jumping around. Did we go up here before? Maybe. I lose track. So what we do, we roll off the edge here, or just walk off like that. And then we roll off. So yeah, I don't know if you can jump there. I think it makes it a bit more difficult, but you can just roll and you should land on that kind of block, and then you're free to climb up here. Now the crow's nest is this one. Now I don't know if you remember, you can curl up in a ball and then the crow will take you back to the undead asylum, but we're not going to go back there. We're going to do this little trade with them, and you can trade in moss clumps to get, I don't know if it's twinkling titanite or crystal, I'm not sure. You can trade them in for stuff, and I think there's other things you can trade. So you drop it into the nest, and then I think you have to restart the game. Otherwise you have to go back to the bonfire, rest, and then come back for it. So, but we ain't got time for that. So when we log back in, the ring should be there, and I'll be able to tell you what it's actually called. And it's not. Okay, so it turns out I made a mistake. You don't put the humanities in that nest. You need to fly across to the undead asylum, which is where I am now. I had to cut the video quickly. So yeah, so all you've missed is me curling up like a ball and then flying over to here, and I just took out these hollows. So now the nest we need to go to is down one of these areas here. If I can remember. Yeah, because there's another little crow's nest, a small one. There it is. Right, okay, so that's the nest we should have put the humanities in. So basically I've wasted two.
You give me warm, give me soft.
Okay, so yeah, this is the one we should have gone to. Now luckily I've got two twin humanities, and it was a waste to use one in the wrong nest. So, but anyway, so, and I've just used the twin humanities. Oh. So basically I should have dropped the humanities, but it's such muscle memory to just press R that I've used it. So we'll have to get that ring another time. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the video there. I'm going to head back to Firelink. Did we rest at Firelink Shrine? I can't remember where I rested last. But we're going to homeward bone back, and in the next video we'll go to the depths. Yeah. So anyway, that ring in between this video and the next one, I'll look up to see what it actually does, because I know we might need it later on. But we've got the wolf ring and we've got Havel's ring, which is really going to help, and we've managed to level up our claymore to +7, which should make a noticeable difference. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it was a bit disjointed and my brain is not functioning properly today. But if you did like it, please subscribe and press like, and also leave a comment, even if it's just to say hi, that if there's anything that you think that's important to show people, or if there's anything you need to ask about the areas that we've done so far. But anyway, see you next time.